The 7 biggest myths about sex tourism. Hi, I'm Filipino fucker and I had about 120 bar girls up to now. They came from Thailand, the Philippines, Cambodia, Colombia, Dominican Republic, Africa, Europe, you name it. And in this presentation I demystify some uncomfortable truths about sex tourism. So let's start with the biggest myth of them all. Foreign men exploit women in poor countries. Actually, I can't hear that anymore. It's total BS. And the truth is, bar girls are at the upper end of the food chain and not at the bottom end. Their income is about $300 per month. And that sounds like nothing, but an average sales clerk in the Philippines, for instance, only earns about $100 a month. And oftentimes, the bar fine you pay for a bar girl goes directly to the girl's family. So can there be any better development aid? Compared to the large NGOs, for instance, on the other hand, they spend a huge amount of their money on administration that's simply wasted. And with a bar girl, 100% goes directly to those people who need it the most. So often these girls are feeding an entire family, like this girl I had in Pattaya in Thailand. Her parents frequently called her if she had any customers already. And all the money she earns goes directly to their family at home. So, great. Myth number 2. The higher the bar fine, the better the girl's performance. Well, it's actually the opposite. There are, especially in Thailand, there is a certain hierarchy of bar girls. So on the top there are the go-go girls in the more fancy bars. Then there on the second level there are the beer bar girls, and on the lower end there are the soy 6 girls and the freelancers. And so the go-go girls think there is something better, and oftentimes they're also more expensive. But at the same time they are even worse than the cheaper freelance and beer bar girls. And some of the best girls I had in Pattaya, for instance, came from soy 6 and Beach Road. So it's better to look there first. And if you really don't find anything in the cheaper bars, then go for the go-go stuff and for the walking street and all that. But I would better really, to save money, I would really better check out Beach Road and soy 6 first. Myth number 3. The best looking girls are also the best in bed. Completely wrong. And this attitude actually can cost you a lot of fun. The mediocre looking girls are often way better. And here's the reason. They know that they have to compensate for their not so great looks with something else. And guess what that may be? I get a lot of complaints on one of the girls in one of my videos. Some say she's ugly, or that I don't get the great looking girls in bed and so on. But you know what? I bother a shit about it. She was one of the best performing girls I had in Angelo City in the Philippines. So don't forget, it's all a matter of taste. Myth number 4. Sex tourists enforce poverty. Oh yeah, that's what they do. Huh? Are we responsible for the corrupt regimes in these countries? For instance, the government of the Philippines bothers a shit about their citizens. They don't care at all. The wife of the former president is famous for having 3,000 pairs of shoes. So while the citizens were starving, this is ridiculous. And are these girls forced into prostitution because of extreme poverty? Well, that's not my problem. And I find Thais and Filipinos are quite lazy compared to Vietnamese, Korean, or Japanese people. If they don't go the extra mile, well, they have to face the consequences, period. Just like in Greece. Myth number 5. Following secret tips about bars. Well, in internet forums you often read, oh, XYZ bar's the best, they've got the nastiest girls, or the best looking ones, or whatever. My opinion about this is, forget it. Until you show up at that bar a couple of months or years later, everything might have changed. Mamazan has taken the girls to another bar, or the owner has changed, or it's all worthless, and make your own experiences. And always remember, once a secret tip is printed online, it isn't a secret tip anymore. Myth number 6. You can or should treat bar girls just like what they are, whores. Well, this tip can also cost you a lot of fun. It's way better to treat her like a lady and you have really a rented girlfriend, not a whore, not a hooker, not a prostitute, a rented girlfriend or a short-time girlfriend. And a girlfriend that can be just as good as a normal one. So, for instance, take her to locations she can't afford otherwise. In Pattaya, that can be Kolan Island, a trip with a jet ski, or the Million-Year Stone Park and the crocodile farm, the tiger zoo, whatever, something like that. My personal fetish is, of course, taking them to tattoo shops. Well, if they want tattoos, if they like tattoos, why shouldn't they get some if they want to? Not the cheapest hobby, but anyway, I like that. Myth number 7. Bar girls don't get to the climax. Well, then you're not quite talented, actually. Well, this tip can cost you a lot of fun too. I spent one of my hottest nights with this Cambodian girl. And why? Because I treated her nicely, like a girlfriend. And I got a really great reward, I can tell you. And I paid her well, of course. But nevertheless, don't be so naive and believe you are the prince that will get her out of the hellhole she's ended up in. But your girl is different anyway, right? Okay, that were the 7 biggest myths, I think. So please subscribe to my channel, and I frequently upload tons of stuff about bar girls, smoking, fetish, tattooing, whatever. Thanks for watching. Filipino fucker.